What if I told you that you could get a 2011 just like a Staccato and pay Tisas prices? What would you say? Stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel where we praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. This is your pistol packing pastor, and this is another edition of Rev at the Range. Please do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button and click that little bell icon so that you will be notified when we drop new content, and you can help us advance 2A awareness to the masses. Look, I asked a question that you probably would have said no to just hearing that question. A Staccato type 2011 and pay Tisas prices. That's impossible, right? Well, 2024 is definitely the year of the budget 2011. And I believe that I have the gun that is making a reputation of being the cream of the crop. That's right. I'm talking about the Military Armament Corporation MAC9 DS. The MAC9 DS, DS for double stack 1911 or 2011 by Military Armament Corporation. It is manufactured in Turkey by Tisas. And let's jump right in and unbox this thing and open this thing up. This is brand new. Just came from the FFL today with it. It comes in a bag, much like the Staccato and other similar 1911s or 2011s. Let's start by looking here in the pouch and seeing what comes in here. If there's anything in here, we have our manual. So we'll set that to the side. We have a bag here. It looks like we have an extra fiber optic. We have Allen keys. We have the disassembly tool for the guide rod is in there as well. Just dropping stuff. We have another bag that has our optic plate and some screws. We have a cleaning brush and a cleaning rod, all in that front pouch there. So we're going to put all this back in there because we want to be mindful that we don't want to lose anything. And let us open the pouch here, the bag, and see what's in here. Oh, there you go. We have the firearm itself. We have the obligatory gun lock. And we have one 17-round magazine. And we have another one in the firearm, and just so that you can see, we are clear. We're all clear. This is give you a one-time around. Let's go around the firearm one time. Beautiful, beautiful firearm. The MAC9 DS. The MAC9 DS. While it's manufactured by Tisas, the MAC9 was designed in the US, and therefore its specs are more in line with what you would expect from a 2011. They basically cloned the Staccato. They looked and saw what STI was doing well, and they did not miss with this. It is, again, chambered in 9mm. It is in that 4 1/4 commander size. It has 25 lines per inch checkering here on the back. See if you can see that on the back strap and on the front strap. It has a 1913 style pick rail for your lights and accessories. It does have a full rail on there. It has an RMR pattern optic cut. This is the iron sights plate. You would take this off, and the plate that's in the bag is it's for an RMR cut, a full RMR cut plate, which many of the competitors at this price point have the smaller RMSC or the Holosun K footprint. So this is already a benefit that this particular model has, that you get that full RMR footprint for your optics on this firearm. It has a flared aluminum magwell, which is nice. And I mean, you have no problem getting those magazines in there. It is aluminum again. Another value, it uses standard STI pattern 2011 magazines. You can use the magazines from STI. I believe Checkmate makes the magazines that are the Tisas marked magazines. Let me see if you can see the Tisas stamp on there. These are made by Checkmate, but you can use the STI mags. The Prodigy mags work in here. And the gun ships with 2 17-round magazines. So again, you get great capacity coming out of the box. The fit and finish on this firearm is pretty good. That said, it is a factory gun. The parts are not hand fitted, so the fit and finish is not going to be as great as the Staccato, because again, they aren't hand fitted. That said, the MAC9 DS does not use MEM parts, and the internals on this gun are pretty good. So there's no need to run out and get an EGW internal kit, ignition kit. For example, this firearm has an internally mounted extractor and a titanium firing pin that should basically last forever. Okay. The parts are all machined. There are no MEM parts. The slide to frame is on par with other Taurus 1911s. As you can see, there is no wiggle here in the barrel. The lockup here is tight. It is a good finish, good fit and finish for a budget 2011. It has, again, no wiggle with that barrel. But that said, I think that the fit and finish on my Rock Island Armory Pro Match Ultra is a little bit better. I think that the tolerances on that gun are a little bit better. Tisas has some tight tolerances on their firearms. I have a couple of Tisas 1911s, and they were all, some would say they're oversprung. They have tight tolerances that take some tinkering with and a breaking in period for sure. And this feels like it will be no different. That said, though, it's a budget 2011. So what you gain in cost, you lose with the hand fitting and hand stoning in production of the more high-end 2011s like your Staccatos. Again, this is optics ready, and mounting your red dot is going to be easy and simple. Just requires removing this plate for the iron sights only, and replacing it with the RMR cut plate that comes in the range bag I showed you earlier. Now, I will tell you that the sights on this thing are too short for you to co-witness. So once you put your optic on there, you will lose the ability immediately to co-witness. I'm thinking about putting the Holosun 507 comp on this, or because I've heard of people having some trouble putting my favorite optic, which is the Holosun EPS, on these guns. I may also go with the 509T. I haven't really committed yet to an optic, but we will see. I'm definitely going to follow up with some modifications and show you what this gun looks like as we go through the process and the build out of it. And we probably are just going to now just walk around the gun and show you some of the features, the specs, why I think that this is probably the best budget 2011 that is on the market. The trigger pull out of the box is probably about 5.5 pounds. I wanted to do some pulls with my trusty trigger gauge, but the battery is low and I don't have any of those batteries for this trigger gauge. So we are, it feels to me about a 5.5 pound trigger. Doesn't feel that heavy. I'll show you the trigger pull. There's your take up. There's your take up. Crisp, clean break. And show you one more time. Let's see what the reset looks like. And there's your reset. It's audible, it's tactile, it's short. It is a nice trigger. It is an aluminum trigger, which again is a benefit. Skeletonized aluminum trigger, skeletonized hammer. I believe this gun ships with a 16-pound recoil trigger. And I think that contributes to one of the major complaints about this gun, that it is oversprung. So what I plan to do is I'm shipping this out to Go Heels Tactical. I'm actually taking it to Go Heels Tactical and getting some work done on it. I'm going to get it ported, get some slide cuts put in it. Probably go down to a 12-pound trigger recoil spring, maybe even 11-pound recoil spring. I'm going to change the mainspring as well and housing to get a little bit more functionality and smoother slide on the slide. I have a Holosun PID light that I can put on immediately. And then once I decide on an optic, I'm going to have the optic put on when I have the slide work done as well. Let's go over some of the specs. The MAC9 DS has an overall length of 7.9 inches. Again, it has a 4.25 inch barrel. It's a bull barrel. It has a hollow guide rod. I don't know why they did that. I will also probably get a heavier guide rod from Dawson Precision and put in there. But it has a bull barrel that's made of match grade 716R stainless steel with a 1 in 10 inch twist rate. Barrel also, as you can see, has an 11-degree target crown. And the barrel has a QPQ Tenifer finish. The MAC9 DS has an overall height of 5.77 inches and an overall width of 1.6 inches. The weight unloaded is 30 ounces, which is just under 2 pounds. It has ambi safety, as I showed just the actuation of the safety earlier, and the safety it's tactile. It actuates very well. For some reason, on the right side of the gun, the safety is a little bigger and more pronounced than on the left side. The folks at Tisas indicated that was to aid for people who may want to carry this. that for right-handers who carry the pistol, to make this side of the safety a little smaller and more conducive to carrying. It has a skeletonized hammer, again, skeletonized aluminum trigger. Both the frame and the slide are forged 4140 carbon steel. This is very well put together firearm. The finish is, again, that QPQ finish, which should hold up pretty well. There you see your serrations on the front and the rear of the firearm. They are decent. They are, you can use them. They work. They are not as deep as I would like. I would have liked to see the serrations maybe be a little deeper, but they are functional. It has a fiber optic front sight, as you can see there. We had some additional tubes in the range bag if you need to change your fiber optic front sights. It has both front and rear dovetailed sights. The rear sights are kind of like a Novak style, and it's a dovetail. You get a good sight picture with these. I think that fiber optic dot stands out in your sight picture. Another frequent complaint about this firearm are about the grip panel. The grip is trash. The polymer grip is trash. I talked about the front and the rear grip and how this is a bit aggressive and it feels good in the hand. And what I will say is that was one of the things that I was concerned about and I thought I was going to hate about the gun. What I will say is while the polymer grips aren't great, that front and rear checkering allows me to get a good grip on the gun. And it feels really good in the hand. They aren't great. The side panels aren't great. But, I can't see me spending $400 for a grip module for a gun that costs less than $1,000. Moreover, the handle it grips for the Prodigy also fit the MAC9, and that may be an option for me. Or I'll just stipple it myself and do a little stipple job on it. But it feels good in the hand. Now, I haven't taken it to the range yet, but I don't anticipate this being problematic for me. Again, that front and rear checkering holds the gun in my hand. The gun has an MSRP of $10.99, and you can find these now on sale. There are some places that have it on sale now for $8.79. I paid $9.80 for mine, but if you can get this for that $8.79 price, that's a steal. That is an absolute steal for this because you're actually getting this, the MAC9 DS, for the price point of another Tisas double stack 2011 that's coming to the market. The Tisas double stack, which is a little lower quality even than the MAC9 DS. But if you can get this on sale for that $8.79 price point, I'd jump all over it. Kentucky Gun Co. I just had a little cough there. Kentucky Gun Co. You may be able to find them for $8.79, but I paid $9.80 for mine, which again, for all of the features that this gun has, the fit and finish of it, I think that's a good price. I think it's a steal, considering that if you're going to get a Staccato with nothing on it, I mean, you just buy it out of the box, you're up in the twos. You're at $2,500, $2,600, $2,700 easy. With this, you get the gun at $970, $980. If you put maybe $600 or $700 into it, getting it maybe ported, getting some slide cuts in it to make it look real great, a Cerakote job, with adjusting the recoil spring and the main spring and housing, and you are still coming in less than $2,000 for a gun that will compete with that higher end 2011. Well, there you have it. The MAC9 DS. There's your other safety. It also has the over travel screw in the trigger. The mag release is reversible. Again, the A and B safety. There you have it. That's pretty much it. Isn't she beautiful? Isn't she beautiful? Just a marvelous specimen of a firearm. She will definitely look completely different the next time you see her. I've already reached out to the folks over at Go Hills Tactical, and Go Hills is going to really do a number on this firearm. It's going to look completely different when you see her again, and I can't wait to get that work done to it. If you are enjoying this content and you're enjoying taking this 2A journey with me, please join the congregation and hit that like and subscribe button and share this content as we strive to bring 2A awareness to the masses. Again, as always, congregation, continue to praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. This has been your pistol packing pastor, Pastor Pew Pew. And until next time, we'll see you back at Rev at the Range.